this video you will see special events that happen during my retreat in Sherabling monastery. In this 10-day retreat, at the same time was happening a special 10-day puja for Guru Padmasambhava. And he is one of the famous gurus in Tibetan Buddhism. And he actually was in this area here as well and stayed in caves for several years. I will probably go on a trip there in March. Then I will show you, but he's a really famous Tibetan teacher that is supposed to have brought Buddhism back to Tibet after it declined there. And the people, especially in the Kagyu sect, where I was in a Kagyu monastery, really have him as a main guru. And because of this, every 2 years there happens a special festival, it's a kind of pujas for 10 days with so-called Cham dances. And Cham dance is like a special kind of dance with masks. It's also often translated as Lama dance, even if that's not really correct, because it's only performed by monks and nuns, but they don't have to all be lamas. There is some lamas and some tulkus in the dance, but you don't realize who they are. And I just wanted to give you this little introduction in what is happening so you have an idea. You see a lot of people with kind of scary masks, and this is a ceremony that is supposed to prepare us for the time when we are dying. These are actually protective spirits that want to help us, but they show our different aspects of afflictions and negativities in ourselves. And when we die, they often show up and we get scared. So in the realms between death and our next rebirth, we will see these figures and we are supposed to familiarize ourselves with them. So we will not get scared in the bardo and see that they are our helpers to find a better rebirth. So this is why you see a lot of scary figures there. And you will also see a big statue that is Padmasambhava, and he's a guru that this whole puja is made for. So I hope you will enjoy this kind of videos and the dances and learn something about the Tibetan Buddhist culture. This time I want to show you a bigger project. It's a cardigan that I made this summer. I finished it a month ago, and it's a summer cardigan. I made it in the bamboo cotton yarn by Schöller and Stahl, what is a really nice wearing summer yarn because it's not getting too hot. And I would totally work with this again. This is actually a skein that I packed for my trip in a different color. So this is a finished object. And as you can see, it's hard to show it here on the video, but there will be pictures added. It's a long summer cardigan by locatelli, and it is quite a nice knit because it's not getting boring. You always have different sections of normal garter stitch, then you have this little colorful stripes that make it a bit more interesting, and then you have this kind of ribbing details. And it didn't get boring even though it's a really long cardigan, and I really love to wear it. It's an open front cardigan, but I'm considering right now if I add one button in the front that I can close it a little bit when it's colder so it's not so flowy. But we will see. I have to choose buttons that I would take for it, and this will for sure be going on the trip with me, because this will be really nice for the evenings at the beach. And I love this pattern. I would totally recommend it. Yeah, as I mentioned before, I really like Jorge's patterns. They are usually beautiful, really easy to do. There's nothing too complicated. They're well described, but they don't get boring. Even if the pattern sometimes looks really simple, they are still interesting enough to not get bored while knitting them. Also, what I wanted to show you from the leftovers of the cardigan I showed you, I made a little hair scrunchie. I was a bit bored and I didn't have any other project with me, so I just had the leftovers yarns of this. So I just took it and started a little hair scrunchie, what I wanted to try anyways. And yeah, it looks nice, but I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of woolen hair scrunchies, because it's quite tight, and when you like do it twice, it doesn't look so nice in the hair anymore. So maybe I need much smaller scrunchies in the middle. Like, my hair is not so thick. Like, if you would have thicker hair, it would probably work better. But for me, it's not the ideal thing, but it's a nice small project that you can work up with scraps, and it can be a nice gift for people.